Well, hello everyone. Thanks for coming. It's very exciting to have such a big audience, really. Well, I'm Ana. I'm from Madrid, from Spain, and I work at Sony Music Spain. What I do is I'm a social media manager and influencer marketing manager as well. So basically, what I do is developing strategies for the local artists in terms of social media, and also developing the influencer marketing strategies for the whole roster in Spain, which is a very exciting job. And this is about tips and tricks 2025, very up-to-date tricks and tips on digital marketing, not only social media, which is a huge part in this presentation because it's my area of expertise, but it's also very relevant for artists and marketing teams in general. So, before starting, what I'm going to cover is going to be the importance of digital marketing in the industry. We're going to see some numbers on statistics to see how it's changing the whole landscape. And then we're going to go for the tips and tricks. And finally, we're going to do like a quick practical case. I'm going to show you how to optimize your social media profiles. So if there's any artist in the audience who has social profiles and want to work on it, maybe we can have you as a volunteer. If not, I have prepared two slides with some examples on different platforms, so we can work on that. But that's going to be all. Last thing I want to say, if you've got some questions, don't wait for the end of this, because I don't want this to be, it's a very long presentation. I don't want it to be like very, a monologue. So if you have any questions, just raise your hand and feel free to ask. So that way, I think it's going to be more interesting for the rest of the people and less boring, maybe. So actually, I've got a first question for you. You're seeing here many artists. These are artists that have a couple of things in common. One of the things is that they all are globally famous. And there is another thing, and they have in common. And I want to ask you if you know what is it, what they have in common, all of them. No one knows? Okay. So I'm gonna answer the question, no worries. So I don't know if you know them actually, but we've got Doja Cat, the rapper, Justin Bieber, Lil Nas X. This guy's from Spain. His name is Íñigo Quintero. I don't actually work with them, but it's a very special case I want to show you. Bad Bunny, very huge Latin artist, and Megan Thee Stallion, which is an American rapper. So what they have in common is that, as I said before, they are globally famous or successful. And also, this was thanks to social media, social platforms. So Doja Cat, for example, she became famous thanks to TikTok. When she released in 2023, I think, she released a song called Moo. It was like a song about cows, basically. And the music video, it's very fun, very like a meme. It's got many meme elements. So she brought that to TikTok, creating fun videos with her music, and people started to create their own videos using the sounds about cows, about moo. And after that, she released another song called Say So, and she got very lucky because this was like a couple of years ago when TikTok was starting to be a thing. Right now it's like a very common platform, but 2 years ago, maybe you remember that it was something very new. And when she released Say So, an influencer created some content with the sound on TikTok, so it became very famous, and Doja Cat became globally famous as well. Then we've got Justin Bieber. He became famous earlier thanks to YouTube. He got discovered by an AR And at that time, many people became famous thanks to this platform because companies, major labels knew that artists were there, like people with talent. For example, Jessie J, the English pop singer, got discovered on YouTube as well, and there are many examples like that. Then we've got Lil Nas X. He also became very famous on TikTok because he was like he's very Gen Z. So he knew how to use the platform very well, how to interact with fans. He did something very interesting, and I encourage you to do that as well, which is share content that fans are creating with your music. This is very, very good for fans to feel like you listen to them, and it worked for him, and he became what is he now, which is a global artist. Then we've got Íñigo Quintero, and this is a very peculiar example because he became top 1 Spotify. This was 2 years ago, I think. Top 1 globally. So it was huge because literally no one knew this guy. He's an emerging artist, and he released a song called Si No Estás. And the thing is that the release campaign and the pre-release campaign was very big. Like they ran many campaigns and created content with the sound on TikTok as well. But the fun thing is that after that, Íñigo Quintero disappeared because basically he didn't, or his team didn't have like a brand strategy behind. So he's a one-hit wonder. So with this, I want to tell you that having a brand is very important. We're going to speak about that after, but otherwise you're going to be a one-hit wonder. You're going to have a success, but just that. So anyway, he got top 1 Spotify globally. So it's another example of how TikTok or social media platforms can help an artist to be famous globally, or globally or locally or whatever, but it helps to push an artist. Then same case, Bad Bunny, he became famous thanks to SoundCloud, which is a very niche platform. But the thing is that he was in the right platform at the moment, and he was discovered by a big producer in Latin America. So he liked Bad Bunny's music, and then, he discovered him, and that's how he started until what he is now, which is the biggest Latin American artist right now. And same case with Megan Thee Stallion. She became famous on Instagram. The example of Megan is interesting because she started like an influencer, like sharing her personal life, videos of outfits, and like she was acting like an influencer, but also she was sharing content, rapping, and with friends making music. So, and she was also like Lil Nas X. She was interacting with the community, with her fans. Interaction is key on social media. She is another example of how social media can help an artist grow. It's not the key for success. There are other things you have to do, but it's definitely a good place to grow and develop your brand. Yeah. So, numbers. I'm going to be quick with that because maybe it's like the most boring part. So this is the insight here is that social media, as I said, is huge, and you already know it, that is huge. Basically, we are 8 billion people in the world, and almost the 64% people are social media active users. So this is this means that the opportunities we have on social media, or artists have on social media, to reach audiences are huge. Even if you are, if you make jazz music, for example, like a very niche thing, you're always gonna find your audience online. Sorry, I'm reading some notes as well because it's so many information that I don't want to forget anything. Another thing I wanted to say is that maybe you can think that social media, it's on its roof. It's not gonna grow more. But the thing is that last year it grew almost 6%, which means I have the number here. 266 million new people coming to these platforms. So this means that there are still opportunities to grow and get new fans thanks to these channels. So this, I don't know if, sorry, because the figures are a bit small, but yeah, very quick. These figures are about the social media platforms that are used the most. And the winners here are Facebook and YouTube. So these are the most popular platforms worldwide. I don't know in Hungary what are the most used. Are Facebook and YouTube as well? Or, yeah, because in Spain, for example, we use Instagram and TikTok, YouTube as well. But for example, Facebook had its moment, but now it's like the platform that middle-aged people use, not like younger people. Yeah. Yeah, totally. In Spain, it's the same. But you know what? The thing is that when social media became important because it was democratized. Facebook was, I think, one of the first platforms that came up. Another thing is that, it's got many active users, but there are people actually using it, not only middle-aged people, boomers, but also, for example, in Mexico, I know that Facebook is included on your data plan, so you can use it for free. So many people, everyone uses Facebook at its main platform, social media platform. So worldwide is still very relevant. This doesn't mean that you have to be on Facebook, but you have to know where your audience is. But anyway, when we go to the part of tips and tricks, I'm gonna show you how to be on Facebook without, spending so much time and money because we don't have time to, develop all those platforms. But just to let you know that Facebook and YouTube are the most used. And then another interesting figure is this one here about time spent. Because Facebook and YouTube are the platforms with more active users, but people spend more time on these ones, TikTok and YouTube. And this is interesting. This is relevant because we live in a context where we don't have so much time. We have less and less time. We live in a rush. But oppositely, there are more and more new platforms and more content. So this is a challenge for platforms because what they want is keeping users, retain users. So that's why time on the platforms is like the main goal for each of them. And that's why, for example, short form video came as a strategy in order to retain users. And that's why retention rate is a main metric you have to look at when you are running campaigns. I'm going to talk about it later, but just to introduce it first, that retention rate right now is like one of the most important interactions on social media. TikTok. I'm dedicating a slide specific for TikTok because it has changed the industry, definitely. And there are studies that say that demonstrate that. This one was made by Luminate, which is a research company, and there are interesting findings, such, for example, TikTok fuels music discovery twice as other social media platforms, and this is clearly related to short video content because if you remember, TikTok was the first platform that bring up short form video, and then Instagram followed it with Reels, and now YouTube Shorts, and then Facebook Reels as well. So all platforms are following this trend because people consume it, is what people want. Because as I said before, we don't have time, so people just want quick snack content. So, but yeah, TikTok was the first bringing this, so that's why they are changing the industry in this music consumption in this sense. Also, I want to point out what other interesting finding is that TikTok users generate value via streaming, and this means that people that are using TikTok are more likely to get paid plans, and this means more quality streams, because you know that premium streams give more money rather than freemium plans. What else? Also, global engagement with an artist's music on TikTok is strong correlated with streaming values, because at the end of the day, TikTok is the perfect platform to show your project from a very natural and organic perspective, and this connects very well with people emotionally. This is not only a TikTok thing. It's also a thing on Instagram, and actually, they on Instagram are prioritizing natural content, because before 1 year ago, it was like Instagram, the platform for polished content, like beautiful produced content, and TikTok, like the other side, like the more natural. But now Instagram, it's also following this path, TikTok path, like natural content, because they see that it works. So yeah. What else? Well, and also, TikTok was a pioneer showing content to people that don't follow you. So this means that your content travel beyond your fan base, people who follow you. So this makes TikTok a huge player in the industry in music consumption. So, well, I've been speaking about many platforms, but as I said, you don't need to be in all of them, but you have to know where to be strategically to make your project grow. So let's go with the tips and tricks. I think this is going to be the most interesting part. And as I said, if you had any questions, just raise your hand and let's do it. So first tip is set a brand. This is the first thing you have to think of, because in my case, many artists come like worried because the platforms are not working for them, or the content is not working. But I always ask them if they know what a brand is, and because sometimes the problem is that they don't have a brand built for the project. And well, what's a brand? Because brand sounds like very marketing thing, but it's the same for an artist. So in the case of artist branding is the unique identity, image, and message that an artist portrays to the public. So it's all about the message you deliver through your lyrics, through your image, through, for example, interviews, what you say on interviews. So all these elements contribute to the narrative of the artist, and that's why it's important, because the way to be relevant for people, to connect with people, is having a personality, and everything you do has to make sense. It's like, if you think about it, it's like people, when you meet someone, if it's like, if you connect with that person, maybe it's because you feel related, or it makes sense to you. So it's the same for artist branding. So I wanted to bring some tips on how create a brand. This quick guide, we follow it at Sony Spain. So what we do is when we sign an artist, if they don't have a brand, if they are emerging artists, for example, we have a first creative session with our creative team, and we ask artists some questions about their projects. So that way, after that we take all those answers and we create the branding path for them. And it's also a good exercise for them because they find what their brand is while they are answering the questions, because sometimes they come with no idea, and this helps a lot. So for example, we divide questions in several blocks, like here, and there are more, but I wanted to bring like the more interesting ones. And I don't know, for example, we've got about the artist. We asked them, what defines you as an artist? Are you melancholic, energetic, feel close to your fans? Those are questions you can ask if you have an artistic project. You can ask them yourselves. Who are your references? Who would you like to be reminded in a future? This is like when you go to a job interview and they ask, human resources ask you like, how you see yourself in 5 years? So kind of the same. And then we ask them about the music to see if they know well their own music, and encourage them to think about it as well. And also about the fans, because it's key. Fans are key. So yeah, all of this, then as I said, we take all this information and we draw among the teams, we draw the path for them to work their strategies. Next step. This is not working. Okay. So tip 2, optimize social media profiles. And the first is TikTok. I'm bringing TikTok and Instagram because they are like the most famous. I think every of you have these platforms. If you're an artist, I guess you have TikTok. If not, you have to create an account now. You've got the tips here to optimize your profiles. And in the case of TikTok, it's important because TikTok was born as a music social platform. It was called Musical.ly, something like that, first. And everything was about music. Then it became TikTok when the Chinese company ByteDance purchased it, and now this is TikTok. But still, it's got some interesting features for artists that can help to reach more people or to get more visibility to your music. So first thing, if you have a TikTok profile, first thing you have to do is requesting an artist account. I don't know if you got that here in Hungary. I guess so. No, not yet? Oh, sorry. Well, it will come. It will come. So take notes because... So the artist, so you're going to have the information in advance. The artist page, it's good because when you have it, it's very easy to request it. There's you're going to have on the app a tab. You just fill a form, which is just writing your name, and TikTok is going to show you your songs. And so you confirm that they are your songs, and then after a few days, they're gonna put an artist page for you, and it's gonna be this note, this one here. Don't you have that here? No. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's the artist page. Okay. And you're gonna see it like this. So what you can do on an artist page is highlighting your music. You can highlight the sounds that are already working, that are popular, or your latest releases. to get more visibility. And also you can highlight content made by fans. And this feature is called a fan spotlight, and this is cool because when you highlight fan content, the fan gets a notification on the app saying like, this artist has fan spotlighted your content. So it's like a way to show love to your fans, which is very good. By the way, I wanted to say that I don't know if you know it, but content created by fans, it's called UGC, user-generated content. And I'm telling you this because I'm going to talk about it later. So take that word, UGC, that acronym. So more things you can do on TikTok, on your TikTok profile, if you're an artist, is, when you have the artist account, you're going to see artists like below your username, which is cool. Of course, you can highlight a link. This is very important. Use links because I work with artists. Some of them don't use links for some reason. I don't know why. But if someone goes to your profile and it's they are interested in your music, they are likely to go to the link. So put links. Also, you can link your social platforms. You can link Instagram and YouTube. What else you can do? You can create playlists, but they are not music playlists. They are content playlists. So you can pin or you can highlight on those playlists content that you create with a specific sound, for example. Or if you go on a tour and you want to have a playlist with touring videos, you can do it as well. And the why this is important? This is important because if someone is scrolling on the app and gets a video, and that video is included in one of your playlists, that person is gonna be a text like here, saying that this content is included on this playlist and it's got 4 parts, it says in Spanish, but like 4 videos. So that person is going to see that there's a playlist with more content. And if the person likes the content, it's like a chance to get more visibility on your videos, basically. So very important feature, very interesting feature as well. And you can do tutorials if you enjoy making tutorials about music production, for example. You can make a playlist about that too. Another important thing on TikTok, I recommend you to create a personal account so you can use the non-commercial library. Because if you create a business account, you're going to be limited to use commercial sounds. So you cannot use sounds by, for example, Taylor Swift. So that's important as well, because sometimes I know artists that come like, I cannot create content with this sound, and it's like, okay, because you have a business account. So change it to a personal account and it will work. You know Instagram, I guess, very well. So there are things that are pretty much the same than TikTok. For example, the possibility of having a link highlighted. Some new things that Instagram has brought up are threads, which I don't know if you're using it. I don't know anyone who uses it like as a main platform. But what you can do is cross-posting from Instagram. And I encourage you to do it because Threads, it's growing a lot. And Meta is really making great efforts for growing Threads. So it's going to be big in, I don't know, this year maybe, but especially because all these polemics with X, Twitter, Threads is gonna be huge. Also, they're testing paid advertising on Threads as well. This is quite new, so I would recommend having a Threads account and activate the cross-posting tab. So you don't have to, spend time writing like specific posts on Threads. but yeah, have an account there. Also, you can highlight your music. This is very good as well, because if someone appears on, well, comes to your profile and don't know how your music sounds, but that person enjoyed your content, maybe someone can discover you by listening to you on that sound highlighted. We have also the broadcast channel, which is like a very good platform to be in touch with your closest fans, people that are really interested in your project, and, well, loyal fans or super fans. So I encourage you again to have a broadcast channel, and in this case, yeah, give your fans some love by sharing like exclusive content or snippets of music that hasn't been released yet, for example. What else? Well, highlights. I don't know if you know it, but Meta is going to just remove highlights. Before, it was interesting for relevant info like tours or merch or whatever, tutorials, but it's not like relevant anymore. So it's going to disappear soon. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's going to disappear in the way we know it, but highlights is going to be on a new tab here. But you are not going to be able to differentiate or classify like now. It's going to be like another feed. Like you have this feed, and you're going to have the highlights feed. So Meta says that it's something they want to change to simplify the profile. I don't know what's the real goal here or objective they have, but yeah, the thing is that highlights in the way we know it, it's going to disappear. The bio is also very important because you can highlight information like your next release or who you are. You can put a sentence about who you are. So that way, when people come to your profile, it's going to know you on a quick view. I think I don't have anything else for Instagram. Yeah, I don't know if you use WhatsApp as a messaging app. No. WhatsApp is the 4th platform in the world. So, well, just keep it in mind. If you want to get international sometime, well, take it into account because it may be interesting to develop it. But yeah, well, maybe you right now is not of your interest, but I was highlighting that WhatsApp will let you, because on WhatsApp you can post a status, which is like stories. So you're going to have the possibility to cross-posting, of course, cross-posting on Instagram and Facebook. And this is quite new. This news are from January, from last week. But yeah. Okay. So now this is the most marketing part. We've been speaking about platforms and about some tips. But first at all, before launching any marketing activation or campaign, it's crucial to define your goals. This is very important. To me, the top important things are having a brand and define your goals. Like the first things you have to have in mind. Your goal can be growing followers, growing streams, views, ticket sales, whatever. Those are goals. And once you have your goals clear, the best guide or framework to develop your marketing strategy is the marketing funnel. Any of you know what a marketing funnel is, more or less? Okay. You want to explain it? Okay, if not, I can do it. Well, the marketing funnel is basically the consumption cycle. This is the same for music, for, I don't know, for travel companies, for alcohol companies. I work in alcohol before music, so it is exactly the same. So it's basically, as I said, the journey that a customer or a fan makes from the initial stages when you know a product, or even before knowing a product, to the consumption stage. And on the fan journey in music, it's even after consuming, also getting a loyal fan. So what you need to do is adapt your marketing activations according to the marketing funnel, because this is going to help you finding your right audiences, get engaged fans, and finally getting people to consume your music and getting loyal. So once you have your marketing plan according to this, you have to know that you can track everything. Good thing about digital is that you can track literally everything real time, which is crucial. And this is going to help you to see what improvements you have to do in your marketing campaigns. So, for example, if your goal is visibility, awareness, and your campaigns are not working, you can always go back again to the beginning. So it's not a funnel, really. It's more like a cycle. The marketing journey. So, goals can be tracked with metrics, by its metrics, and on social media. Metrics are going to be, for example, if you are working your awareness of your project, your metrics are going to be reach, because of course, the more people you reach with your music, with your content, the better. Impressions, which is how many times someone sees your content, and views. And then there are another different metric when it comes to paid advertising, which are the ads buying models. And just because when you activate run campaigns, paid campaigns, you have to know if what you're spending is at high or low cost. So these are, for example, if you are running campaigns to get reach or impression, well, in this case, impressions. Another metric you have to look at is the CPM, which means cost per million impressions. Or for example, CPV, it's cost per view. So this is another metric you have to look at when you run campaigns and to see if your marketing activations are performing well. What else? Well, then, of course, you have the consideration stage when you have people that already know you. They are going to interact with you, and you have to encourage, you have to motivate that through engagement. The retention rate I was speaking about before, that's crucial right now. And TikTok, for example, is like, as a platform, is their main goal right now, keeping people watching videos. And it's a metric you can see as well on your own content. Actually, if you go on TikTok, on the statistics tab, you can see all those metrics, or new followers. And then the last stage would be traffic and clicks in order to get this conversion, which can be streams or sales or whatever that asks the fans to spend money. Any question? Okay, so after you have your marketing strategy, well, speaking about awareness before, the first stage, this tip 4 is about use multiple formats to maximize reach. So I want to dive a little bit into these formats and maybe give you some tips on it. So Instagram formats on Instagram to get this reach or maximize reach are Reels, Shareable, and Shorts. Well, short not anymore because they are now you can create 3-minute video, so this is not short anymore. But what Instagram wants is people sharing content, so that's why short content is easier to consume. And as I have said before, platforms are betting for short content, short form video. So as long as the content is good and attractive and keep people watching it until the end, it's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be shareable, and it's gonna be good for your metrics. Cross posting also on Facebook. Yeah, this is a interesting practice because you don't really have to do anything. Just activate the tab, and this way you're gonna have visibility with your content on Facebook, where there are probably different audiences to TikTok, to Instagram. Sorry. So I encourage you to cross post, to just keep it activated. So that way, everything you post on Facebook or on Instagram, Reels-wise, is going to be posted on the other platform. Also, collaborative post. We are, at Sony, on the Sony Music Spain, the Instagram account, we try to do it every time because it works very well. Basically, because when you do a collaborative post with someone, you're reaching your audience, but also the other person's audience. So it's a very good feature to, for example, if you're collaborating with another artist, you're gonna be reaching both audiences. So it's very good for reaching new people. Also, carousels to keep viewers and increase engagement. Actually, carousels is one of the priorities of Instagram. So don't forget about this format. Actually, what I recommend is having a mix. Don't publish only Reels. Don't publish only carousels. Try to get a mix of everything because reach, if your account is reaching formats, it's gonna bring you more reach and engagement. So because the algorithm knows that you are like using the platform properly, basically. And carousels keep people watching your content because you have to, swipe and see. And if you use text on the images on the carousels or videos, you are keeping people watching your content. So it's a good way to increase your engagement. Templates to encourage UGC. I explained what UGC was, which is content created by users. So if you put templates on, if you create templates on the platform and encourage people, your fans, to use it, this is gonna be content with your music traveling in the platform. So this is a good way as well to get reach. Then hashtags. I think hashtags are underrated, but they are useful, still useful. Not as SEO as before, because now social platforms are improving a lot in SEO. For example, YouTube is amazing on SEO, but hashtags are mostly to appear in the Explore tab. So it's another, don't overuse hashtags, but maybe using 2 or 3, one general and other 2 like more specific, can help you to have visibility on this in this Explore tab. And then there's a new thing on Instagram called Trial Reels. I don't know if you know about it, but it's basically that you can, because sometimes people or artists want to post things, but they are afraid of their fans not to like it. So this allows to post content only for people that don't follow you. So that way you can experiment, like posting things that, and if it works, you can then bring it to your feed. So it's a way, again, it's a new feature on Instagram. So it's a way to find what people like and what work. what works in your profile, well, outside your profile and then in your profile. Then TikTok, they are betting on long form and creative storytelling because, as I said before, retention rate is relevant. So if you create a long form video and people don't watch it until the end, it's gonna be it doesn't work. It's not going to be successful. So creative storytelling is like the mantra right now for TikTok. So keep that in mind. Try to use hooks. I'm bringing some tips about that as well. Then, as I said on Instagram, that it's a recommendation is mixing formats. Same on TikTok because you have the possibility to post photos, single photos or in a carousel. So do that because it brings engagement as well. Actually, I feel that videos like choreographies and dance is like a bit out of date, and carousel photos are trendy now and they work very well. So yeah, I encourage you to do that. Focus on SEO. TikTok's algorithm is able to read every single element on your video, which is the sound you're using. If you speak on the video, what you say on the video, the caption, hashtags you use, everything. And TikTok takes this information and use it to show the content to people. So, for example, I don't know if you've seen this content of people, for example, doing makeup, but speaking about, I don't know, food or philosophic stuff. So this is a way to get people that likes makeup because TikTok knows that the content is about that, but also to people that TikTok is going to show the content to people that is interested in the thing that you're talking about. So it's a way to mix, to have a double impact to different audiences. Then a very good tool you can check is the TikTok Creative Center. Is basically a website. If you Google that, you're gonna find a site and you can filter by country to see what are the trends that are popping in your country right now. Trends, influencers, sounds. So it's a way to join trends to what's trendy in the platform and get more reach that way as well. And then CapCut templates are very trendy right now. I don't know if you know that CapCut has like a deal, a partnership with TikTok. So if you create or edit content with CapCut, it's good. And it's very, it's a way to make your music travel, as I said, on Instagram. Actually, speaking about CapCut, Meta is developing also a tool for editing content, which is going to be called Edits. So basic. Then we've got Spotify. Spotify is betting on short content as well. So they've got Spotify clips. The ideal length is 30 seconds. And yeah, Spotify is showing this type of content in many places on the platform, which means that give us an idea of how important it is for the platform, the content traveling and be shown to people. So I encourage you, when you have especially album releases, you can post clips showing, for example, the process of the album, how you made it, or BTS, behind the scenes of the music videos. It's very good content for Spotify clips, which is like TikTok pretty much. Yeah. Actually, TikTok, but music theme ideally. And then you've got Canvas as well. And this is good to increase shares because when you listen to a song on Spotify and you see there's a very nice, attractive canvas, you really want to share it on Instagram stories. So use it every time you can with all your songs. Also, there are artists that play with canvas in a way of they put Easter eggs, for example, on canvas in their previous songs to generate hype. So it's a very good content to play with. And then YouTube joins short form content as well with YouTube Shorts. Use it because it's bringing many people and audiences, and the YouTube algorithm is very fine. It's very good, and it's very helpful to drive discovery. To drive discovery. It's important to post periodically to keep organic traffic and search. Don't forget that. And also another tip is respond comments on your own videos the first 24 hours or 48 at much, but try to respond some of the comments as soon as possible, because the algorithm knows that you are interacting with the community and it likes that. And I didn't put this here, but the community tab on YouTube is important as well, because it's again a way to wake up your community, to your fans. For example, you can post your album or single cover before it releases, or content like that is good for, or you can do polls as well on the community. So it's again a way to move that community on YouTube, which is a very important platform for discovery. And then I've got some extra tips. As I said, include these hooks on short form videos. So this is linked to a site, but what I did is put in the QR code so you can read it with your phones, and you're gonna see a document with hooks that may be helpful for you. It's in English, no worries. It's made by a Spanish company called Metricool, which is a platform for social media analytics and scheduling and content creation and that stuff. So that's my first tip. Use hooks on the videos to make it more appealing. Then you can recycle content, because sometimes artists are like, I cannot post the same on Instagram and TikTok? Well, you can recycle content, but just try to make it a little bit different, especially using the platform's tools. So, for example, if you have a video and you want to post it on Instagram and TikTok, try to, for example, use CapCut to edit the TikTok video, and for Instagram, use the own Instagram tools. So that way you have the same content, but slightly different. So as I was saying, use platform tools, edition tools, stickers, effects, templates, etc. And lastly, ask for help, because many artists come like, I don't have time, I don't know how to make videos of myself because it cringed me or whatever. So ask for help to friends, to your team, to your manager, to people that goes behind you with the phone and making videos of you, because I think an artist has to make music, not content, but that's why you need someone to help you. So you don't need to be everywhere. So you have to find where to be. So what you can do is try to find where the artists who are similar to you, where they are, and try to, especially at the beginning when you have literally no one to help you, try to see what others do. That's like the main thing. Then there are platforms, Chartmetric, for example, maybe you know it. Chartmetric, but the thing is that Chartmetric is for free, but you have access only to a very basic dashboard. If you pay for it, there are two plans. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going ahead. and you can have more information about other artists and how you're performing in your own accounts. But yeah, copy people is my tip. And also, if you maybe you can contact people to do the community management for you, and freelance people is what we do with our artists as well. Because what I do is helping them with strategies when there's a release, but in the day to day, they need a person. So what we do is helping them finding those people to, help them with socials, because it's a full job. And yeah. And also what you can do is, if you are already, I don't know what type of music you do, but if you are making reggaeton, maybe your audience is not on Facebook, it's on, so I think it's a common sense thing as well. But yeah, copy people is my, especially when you're starting from zero. And then you can get these tools to analyze. And also, if you're using, for example, Instagram or TikTok, you can go to the analytic tabs, and you can see there who's following you, how they are interacting. Maybe you see that people that follows you is between 18 years old and 25. But then when you go to the Spotify for artists, maybe your listeners are older. So maybe there's a gap there and your audience is older, or it depends on your goal as well. Maybe you want younger people to listen to you. So maybe you have to go to those young people. And where are those young people? Maybe they are on TikTok, So it's always think on your goal, and then and then go down, Yeah. Tip 5, recommended tools for analyzing performance. So the main one is Star Metric, and is the one I use, but you can use it as well. You have to pay though, but it's a complete guide of the industry, really, because it collects information from the top sources online. Well, online and offline, because it can give you information about radio, TV, things, everything. And you can do everything with this tool. So, for example, you can get a 360-degree view of your digital footprint, monitor social media and streaming data, find artists to collaborate with, because you have all this information here. It's maybe it's too much. It's too much information, but it's really useful. So if you're using it and take the time to really to get inputs for your projects, is my recommendation to use it. What else about? Yeah, it's basically that. There's if you are willing to pay the manager plan, I think it's the manager plan. There's a tab about playlist, and you can find, for example, how the playlists are evolving, how often they put new music, what's the path to get a playlist you want to be, what playlist you have to be included before getting that playlist. It's like a very, very complete platform. And as I said, there is a free plan. You're going to have a very basic dashboard with all the information about your socials and streaming, like all together. But just that. But if you go for the artist plan, you're going to have all your information, also playlists, etc. And if you go the manager plan, you can have access to 10 accounts. And then there's one more called premium plan or something like that. It's what I use. I think it's like $140 per month. And it's very, if you can afford it, it's you can literally look for any artist and see what are their metrics. And for example, you can see where they're strong. So it's very useful. There are others, but I think this is the best. And then you have the native tools as well you can use, and these ones are for free. The social media statistics or analytic tabs are very interesting because you can see here something that you don't have in Chartmetric, which is behavior. User behavior. Like, for example, user retention. You can see that here, but not on Chartmetric. So very specific information about your content performance, you're going to find it here. So on TikTok, for example, you have the TikTok Studio. And on Instagram, it's Instagram Analytics or something like that. You can find it on the app as well. And you're going to find everything about your community. Then you have Spotify for artists and all the native platforms. It's a bit mess because you have all the information. It's not like Chartmetric that you have everything in one. In this case, you have to look for every of them, but it's for free at least. So the work here is like trying to put all the information together and take these inputs. Like, for example, as I said to you before, maybe you find out that your audience your audience on Instagram is different to the audience that listens to you, so you can have your own conclusions. Okay, tip 6. This is about paid advertising. So one thing first is I want to say that paid advertising helps to reach more people. And that's all. Because I say this because sometimes people think that by paying, you're going to have engagement, you're going to have more fans, etc. But paid advertising is just for getting reach, for getting more people. But then you have to have good content, you have to have your brand, your music, everything set up in order to be relevant for the people that you are reaching thanks to paid media. So of course, the better your content is, the more solid your brand is, the better your campaigns are going to perform. So I'm bringing these two tools. This is pretty much the same on Meta and TikTok. So there are two ways to run campaigns. One is through the Ads Manager, which is a specific platform for running ads. It's more complex. Here's where you set up your bank account to run the campaigns, etc. You can create specific audiences, do A/B tests, literally everything, and then you can also have results more in-depth ads reporting. Then you have boosted posts, and I think maybe you have seen this when you are scrolling on Instagram or TikTok and you see this promote content or promote post or something like that, encouraging you to pay in order to promote that content. So it's another way. It's more simple, but it's not that complete as Ads Manager. So my recommendation is going for that. It's more difficult to get, and maybe you need help or from someone who knows how to use it. But if not, if you don't have anyone, you can use this one. But if you can, actually, Facebook has courses called Blueprint in order to learn how to use the platform. So I recommend you to use the Ads Manager. It's the same on TikTok and Meta. On Meta, it's called Meta Business Manager, and on TikTok is TikTok Business Center. So yeah, about have you any of you run campaigns before using any of those? Yeah, and how was the experience? Good. Mixed. Yeah. something I wanted to, just to give some light. When you think, should I do paid media, paid advertising or not? When you go to these platforms, also here, you're going to see when you put the money you want to invest, you're going to see how many people you're going to reach. So my recommendation here is if the people you're going to reach is less than the people that follow you on that platform, it doesn't make sense really to run campaigns unless the target is different. Also, it's very important. Targeting is very important. It's essential because if you're not targeting correctly, your campaign is not going to work. You can. That's why this option is more interesting because you can target more specifically. You can mix targets as well. You can do retargeting to show your ads to people that is already engaging with your profile or your content. But you cannot do it here. You can only run campaigns targeted to one segment. So it's more limited. So if you, that one I think is much better option. And that was all. Before going for the practical case, sorry, I don't know if you've got any question or no? Okay, so the practical case is, as I said at the beginning, a quick diagnosis of an artist's social media profile. It's very easy. It's what we've already seen before. I don't know if any of you want to work on his profile, her profile, or if not, I've got some examples. You're shy. I should be more shy than you. You all are looking at me. Okay, so I'm bringing the case of the example of Alice Wonder. She's a Spanish artist. We are working with them very recently. And I have detected some things that she could improve. I haven't told her yet, so I could bring the examples here. So, for example, to me, it's like she has no artist photo as a profile. So, okay, it's fine if you want to be like mysterious because that's your brand as an artist. But the thing is that if you are an emerging artist, it's important to put a face on your presentation card. I don't know if you agree, but I think it's your ID. Then the account category, it's our museum, which it doesn't make sense. Again, maybe you feel playful or whatever, but the thing is that the platform, maybe someone reads it and it's fun, but the platform doesn't know that you're an artist, a music artist, because you have said to the platform that you are an art museum, so it doesn't make sense. Then she hasn't any information, only a YouTube link. You don't know what link is that, if it's a music video, is it a playlist, is it an album? We don't know. Maybe a tip for you as well is using short link platforms like Linktree. Linkfire, for example, is one. But these platforms where you can make links shorter and personalize it in order to let your fans or prospective fans know what you are showing or what you want to tell. No music, she could use the feature of highlighting a song. She's not using it. Again, about the link, she's only highlighting YouTube when she could highlighting more like a link tree, for example, with bio, Spotify link, YouTube link, website, merch, tour, etc. And no broadcast channel, so she hasn't any way to be close to the fans, which is something that fans are looking for right now, is in the social media nature. So she could improve that. profile-wise. And then about the content, she's using reels, but not very often. She's mostly using carousels, and it's important, as I said, to have a mix or format mix. Post consistency is very important, and I highlight this because the last reel she posted was like in July or something. That black and white. Then she's like she's not using collaborated post thing, and she should, because, as I said, as an emerging artist, try to use all these tools that the platform is giving you in order to get more reach and to be known by more people. More artist-related content. If you look at her profile, you're gonna see she with the guitar, piano, but then I found that there are many posts with her family, so you don't really know if it's a personal account and she's just like a music lover, or is she an artist? You don't really know. So it's important also to get a balance between your personal content and music and professional one. So this is Alice Wonder on Instagram. I don't know. Are you detecting anything else that I'm not putting here, or? What? Sorry, the meal? Yeah. No. Mil. Yeah, 1,000. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's thousands. It's Spanish. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but still, because, for example, Lisa, she's a Korean. No, she's not Korean. Actually, she's Philippine, I think. But she was in the Blackpink band, and she's now a solo artist. So Lisa, she's got 15 million followers on TikTok, but she is huge in Korea, but now her goal is become global. So, for example, she released a song with Rosalia last year, and we tried to develop Lisa in Spain, but it was very difficult because she hasn't got any information. She created some videos with Rosalia, as you can see there. But I'm sure that it was Rosalia who encouraged her to make those videos, because it's like them having fun with Spanish food or speaking in Spanish. Rosalia teaching Lisa how to speak in Spanish. But yeah, you don't find any information, no link, bio, or social media buttons. And if you are trying to, whether you're trying to reach global audiences because you're already huge in your country, or if you are an emerging artist, it's important to have information on your profile, because numbers, 8 billion people in the world, 64% on social media, and you have opportunity to grow and to get new people to know you. So yeah, in this case with Lisa, she should use more information, should put more information. Also, she's hiding like and share tabs, because on TikTok, normally by default, you have the like and share tabs visible, so people can see what content you're liking and what content you're sharing. So if you're a music artist and your account is professional, you should like and share content you like, because it's good for your project. So, for example, content by fans, content by artists that inspired you, or artists that you like. And so when new people come to your profile, can do some research to see what you like. But in this case, Lisa is hiding that, so it's a bit weird, because it looks like you're hiding. Yeah, you're actually hiding something. So yeah. It's another recommendation to have those tabs, especially when you're an emerging, to have those tabs visible. What else? No pinned music on the sound tab. The note, as you already know, is the artist page, and she hasn't pinned any sound. Her sounds are very successful, but still you can pin the ones that are critical for you, for your project, strategically, but no pin sounds. And on content, she's using only video. As I said, it's very important to have a mix, using carousels, static photos, etc. She's not using subtitles. Well, subtitles are now automatic, so you don't have to really care about that. But she's not using text overlays, which works very well. She's not using collab posts, which are available on TikTok, not only on Instagram. And use of official content. Yeah, this is not the best. Use, like official content, produce content on TikTok, because it doesn't work. What it works is like more natural and organic content.
Automatic subtitles, you mean you can ask TikTok to auto-sub your video in English or in
Yeah.
languages?
Yeah. You can activate it. Actually, I think by default it's activated, but you can just remove it as you like. But yeah, it's automatic. Actually, I wouldn't recommend to put to edit a video with subtitles, because socials already put it like automatically. So unless you want to translate, no, even translations are automatic as well. And that's all, guys. Thank you very much for listening.